Well, here we are, thoughts from the office. Rednecks Pride Outdoors. Hands free. Doing a little different video today. I want to talk about mindsets of people when it comes to wildlife. And the ability to accept, feel good, politically correct, I want me concepts over believing common sense reality and thinking through things. I find that people, whether you're an outdoorsman or non-outdoorsman, we all tend to do the same thing. We like to think that the fuzzy, emotional, feel-good things is true for no other reason. It makes us feel good, and it makes it easier on our being, our thinking. It's whether you're talking about hunting practices, trapping practices, or animal, whatever. I had a customer call, or a potential customer call the other day, and they had a raccoon issue, and they wanted the raccoon issue taken care of, but they didn't want the raccoon hurt in any way, shape, or form. They just wanted me to take it out and turn them loose. Now, this is not a video on whether we should relocate, not relocate, and all that. That's not where this is going. Okay, this is going in a different direction than what you're thinking. Whenever somebody hits me right off the bat, right off the get-go with something like that, before we talk about anything, I try to find out their background, who they are, whatever, and come to find out, as we was talking to this person was an absolute feral cat colony person. And as we was talking, I said to the person, well, the raccoons are probably coming onto your deck because you're feeding the cats. And they said, oh no, that's not the case. And I said, why would that not be the case? And they said, because I put the food out for the cats, they eat it, I pick it right up. And my next question was, well, is the raccoons going to the spot that you feed the cats? And they said, yes. I said, so why would the raccoons be going to the exact spot that you're feeding the cats if they're not drawn to where you're feeding the cats? And I said, because there's no food there. And we got into the discussion of remnants of smell, pieces that he doesn't see of the cat food, and the other odors that is going to be there, because that's where he feeds the cats. We as outdoorsmen and non-outdoors people, we don't go beyond the thought process of this is what I think. This person saw the raccoons go to the spot that they feed the cats, but it's not the food and feeding the cats that's drawing the raccoons, because I pick up the food. They don't think about the lingering odors that's there. They don't think about how many times better an animal can smell, whether it's a cat, a fox, a coyote, or an aardvark. How much more they can smell than us. We just go on that emotional feel-good thing. You see, that person didn't want to believe that they was creating the problem. When I asked, are they in the house? No. Are they in your trash cans? No. They're just coming up on your deck, looking in your door, and going to the spot where the cats are fed. Yes. You got it. The I don't want to be the problem mindset outweighs the common sense reality. As we talked a little bit more about relocation, and again, I'm not talking about relocation, positive, negative, or whatever. I just said it's proven that relocation, that when a wild animal is put into that spot wherever you take them, especially a raccoon, that the survival rate goes way down because they're not going to stay in that spot. And the person said, well, I don't believe that. You don't believe why? That they don't stay in that spot, or the survival rate? And they said both. As we talked, because this person was intriguing me and I was kind of enjoying the conversation, because it wasn't confrontational, it was a conversation, okay? I explained that, you know, the number one trait of an animal when you take them and release them somewhere where they don't know where they're at, their first instincts is do what? Try to get home. Okay, number one. That's an absolute fact. I'm amazed at the amount of outdoorsmen that don't realize this. And when they'll say, well, they can't find their way home. I said, how far are you taking them? Oh, 2 miles. Well, what's the home range of a raccoon? I don't know. How about 2 to 4 square miles? How far will a raccoon travel to gain its own new territory? I don't know. How about 18 to 20 miles? Okay, so by taking a raccoon, for example, and turning it loose, it has an instinctual compass within them. Okay? How do we know that? Well, because we know when they're trying to find new territory, a young boar will go, 10 to 20 miles. We know that they have a navigational system, navigational system that allows them to navigate 2 to 4 square miles without reading signs and looking at a map. But anyway, getting on to a little bit more. As we talked about this trait of not being able to survive very well in that spot, and they're going to go out and they're going to seek other areas because they don't have food, water, shelter, and safety, which is the elements they need to survive, carrying capacity. Okay? Food, water, shelter, safety. Habitat, food, water, shelter, safety. You just dump them off. They have no idea where they're at. They have no idea where the grocery store is. They don't know where to sleep. And they got these other raccoons that's kicking their tail, trying to say to them, get out of my territory. That they become stupider, and the chance of getting hit by cars, killed by other predators, killed by people, killed by whatever, they become more, they lose their street sense, in other words, and survival rate is really low. And the person was kind of like disagreeing with me. Then we got talking about their feral cat colony situation, and I said, okay, well, when you have a cat trapped and you take it and you get it fixed, which I hope you do in a feral cat colony. Oh, yeah, absolutely. The answer is, okay. Do you take that feral cat and turn it loose somewhere else? Oh, no. And I said, well, why not? And I said, because they would never survive. Why not? They don't have food, water, shelter, and safety. And I said to the person, you just proved my point. And with their reply back to me was, yeah, but I would think that a wild animal would do better than a cat. And then I replied to them, isn't your cat wild? That's feral. Well, I guess they're wilder, but they're not a true wild animal. Why is that? The reply was, I don't really know. I guess because cats live around people. That's feral cats. In which I replied back, and what's these raccoons doing? Whether you're a hunter or a trapper, do yourself a favor and look at what we're doing and think on it a little bit deeper than just, this is what I like, this is what makes me feel good, this is what everybody else says. And look at the facts. Come up with a conclusion on facts. What's my saying? Learn to see what's really there, and believe what you see. Okay, I rambled enough, and in true redneck fashion, I'm going to leave it here. Rednecks Pride Outdoors.